Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks for wanting to talk to us.
yeah, no problem. I guess Dave is a little late. Not really late, but
Oh man, usually I'm the late one, so this is not good at all.
so you're out of New Jersey? No, you're out of
Te-
Texas.
yeah, I'm out of Texas. Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you
That's
based out of?
North Dakota.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm a way up north. Yeah, it's hot in Texas right now, I see.
Man, I can't. Don't get me started. I get mad just walking outside. I don't like it.
That sets the vibe for diminishing though, right? Like just
Yeah,
the torturous.
right. Don't read the lyrics. It's really just about the heat, for real. Like it's 107 all week.
Oh, damn. That's crazy. Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
67 right now over here.
Yeah.
I would take that right now. This is terrible.
Yeah, but we get it bad in the winters. We get down to
True. Yeah,
like
I can't stand the cold either. I'm never pleased.
Hey,
what's up?
what's going on?
How are you?
All right. Sorry I'm late. It's falling down over here.
All good.
So, how's everybody?
Good, man. Nice to see you.
You too. We don't do this very often.
No, we don't.
Yeah, this is cool because this is like the first time I've actually talked to you, like Dave.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like it's always been email for
Yeah.
years and years and years.
Yeah. That's the same thing with Lane. I mean, with most of this project, we got on the phone, several times or whatever. I think we've done we've done a few Zooms and shit, but yeah, everything's always by email or maybe text. It's just, it's how we're not gonna get on the Zoom every 6 seconds when we're discussing a riff or something like that. It's kind of annoying, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, here's a question. So, with diminishing, so with the videos that you have out, did you two get together to film them, or were those like filmed in different places and then spliced together?
Yeah, we were totally. Lane sent a bunch of footage from, I guess that was Texas where you were at, Lane. I mean, what's the
Yeah.
issue? Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew it was a family thing out in the woods or whatever, and I filmed everything else either here or I don't know. I think some of it in like Sleepy Hollow Cemetery and some of it in I don't know, probably in the woods in Pennsylvania. I can't even think of the footage offhand, but yeah, I'm always out filming like when I'm at the mountains or, biking or just outside somewhere usually. So yeah, I don't know, we both just filmed everything separately and then I made it here. So both videos actually. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, with the album cover. So that was taken by you, Dave, correct?
Yeah, that was maybe in some of the same footage that was in there because that shot is from Sleepy Hollow Cemetery that I just manipulated a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed that there's like a symbol coming out, or maybe it's just me seeing this, but coming out of like some of the tree branches to the left of the diminishing logo. Was that intentional, or is that something that I just see?
um, a lot of the art, and I'm looking at the tape here. The tape's a little different than digital art. It's manipulated just a little bit different. It's probably just trees reflecting on each other or a layer over wherever there's. I don't know. I think there's that one photo. I believe there's at least 6 images that are merged together in there. Some are reflected fractions of other parts, and some are just totally different photos. So I'm not sure exactly which part you're talking about, but yeah, it's probably trees reflecting upon each other, or I don't know what else I had in there. Yeah, that's my guess.
Okay.
There's unless you're talking about in the logo, there is another grave in that logo, I believe. But that's not on the front cover either, that logo.
That was to the left of the logo, like within the tree branches.
Well, we have this technology.
But I guess it wasn't intentional at all. So
All right. Yeah, I don't know. I make a lot of art videos just out of what most people consider B-roll. There's some performance things and some elements of performance sometimes, but sometimes it's more interesting for me to shoot trees than people. I don't really like filming crowds of people or filming that big acting or anything going on. And then the artwork itself, most of the stuff I work on with grid failure and everything is usually pretty bleak and void of people as well. So I think that just kind of carried into the art with this one. Lane and I discussed a few ideas on how to go about the artwork, and it just kind of morphed, I don't know, about 70 times until it got to where it was.
At least.
Yeah.
I counted. It was 70.
Yeah. We want in the end we thought it looked more like a hardcore record, but we were cool with that. So
yeah.
yeah, well, so I saw that Diminishing has it's described as a demoralizing project. So what would you say is the most demoralizing song that in each of your perspectives that you two wrote?
Lane?
I'm trying to think because they all kind of make me feel bad. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to.
All bummers.
Yeah, right. I think for me, the last song, the culmination of years of self-abuse, because that was more of one of the more personal songs on the record. That kind of that deals with just years of beating yourself up over this and that, and tricking yourself into thinking for years that you're not good enough, or etc., and then realizing that you wasted all that time feeling that way when you could have been doing something more meaningful with your life. And that's something I've struggled with for quite some time. So I think that one really hits home for me.
Yeah, I don't think the record ever actually comes to like a culmination, even though it's in the word. It doesn't really have a big like crescendo or anything. It doesn't really unwind the tension. Instead, it kind of builds more in that song. It's the closing song, and it just kind of has this like bursting feeling, but it doesn't actually give anything up. And it's probably the most I don't know, harsh vocals, and yeah, that's a painful song. We also the opening song was kind of always a choice for the opening song, I guess, because it kind of embodies the record, which is a bummer from start to finish. So it's kind of like the lightning rod of the bummers, maybe. So yeah, I think that one too.
Yeah, the video for the culmination of years of self-abuse, that video, I mean, both of the videos you have up are like they look torturous, like when you get into that mindset of self-destruction. So like, how do you feel like those videos really embodied, especially the sound of the song?
I'm not really exactly sure because that's just sort of my style. I'm just always sort of playing with the same sort of editing techniques and ideas and filming and things that I use, and taking them to better. I try, always trying to do better work. Learning how to film and edit, and I think they're just sort of the style that I do. But with this, a lot of the grid failure stuff and a lot for other bands and everything, I do things in a much more psychedelic, bright colored sort of way. And with these, we definitely kept everything, not black and white, but definitely much more of a subdued coloring. And there's definitely, there's some there's some color in there, but it's not normally like, I don't know, I make everything look like a, you know, a 1988 Vision skateboard or like a Super Ball, or, you know, everything's always like super bright and, you know, flashy. So definitely try to do just darker, more subdued coloring. And it's fun working with other people's footage as well. So whatever Lane shot, it's a lot of times I'm editing something, it's like I shot it, so I'm already thinking about it when I shot it, and then when somebody else sends you something to edit, you see it in a totally different way than maybe even they did. So it was cool working, you know, both of our footage into one vision sort of thing. Like absolutely everything about the whole record is you know, completely collaborative between the two of us. It's not like, you know, I did 100% of something and Lane did, you know, all the other stuff or whatever. It's you know, it's we collaborated on virtually everything. I think Lane wrote almost all the lyrics. I wrote lyrics for like a song and maybe a few lines here and there throughout. So the whole concept and lyrics are all him, and then all the visual aspect of it is kind of mine. And, you know, with Lane helping direct and figure it out. So yeah, so even with the video footage, it was, you know, he was sending me all kinds of stuff from, you know, like I've just been learning how to edit videos and create videos for the last bunch of years, you know, and Lane would be like, I don't know, what do you want me to do? Send me some shit, I'll figure it out, you know. You know, like lay on the floor or face the wall, and I'm like, oh, this is great, you know. Like I wouldn't think to just stare at the corner, and like it came out crazy, like. So yeah, it was fun working, I guess, both viewpoints or something together into, you know, abstract. The second video, your culmination years of self-abuse, has Lane shot those there's a clock in there. You were crumbling up, like you were like writing out
Yeah, I was writing I'm running out of time, which is the line that repeats at the end of it. So
yeah, like
that video is a little more thematic than the first one.
Yeah, first one is just harsh, dark, bummer, and yeah, the second one definitely had a little bit more of a theme to it, but it's we'll shoot.
Okay. There, I noticed there's like kind of a naturistic vibe going on with the album too. And so what with nature, like whether it be like walking through a forest or something, really inspired some of the sound besides like the running water that you hear throughout the album? Like were there
Isolation,
any-
I think. Just being isolated away from people, maybe being alone with your thoughts, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I do a lot of this. We're like just north of New York City, so I'm in the city a lot, but most of the filming I do is out here in suburbs where we're at. So I'm normally, I don't know, a lot of times I film while I'm biking or running or just in the woods or just in my yard. I mean, you know, and yeah, I like trees a lot more than, you know, humanity. So yeah, I'll shoot trees and make art out of it all day long rather than, you know, do, you know, photo shoots with people, you know. It's, and I don't have any friends, so it's, you know. Yeah, same thing, I'm alone, like working on the yard or, you know, yeah, out running or whatever. So a lot of the time, so yeah, it's nature and trees end up in a lot of the art and video and stuff I do, much more than you know, city scenes. Just, I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah. And I was just gonna comment that trees don't create war either.
No, it's nature and like lyrically and thematically, I don't think there's a whole lot about nature or anything in the diminishing ethos or, you know, whatever so much. That's something I deal with a lot with grid failure. It's, you know, it's a lot of, you know, extinction and, you know, revenge of nature sort of topics, things like that. But no, this is all very much more like interpersonal sort of approach and definitely thematically with, you know, stuff Lane wrote the lyrics about. It's much more human and I guess sort of introspective or something than a lot of what I write with my lyrics and everything. So that's why it was also cool to do this whole project together, because I'm not doing anything with hardly any of my lyrics. I might write more in the future, but Grit Failure, I write everything pretty much. And then with this one, I wrote almost nothing. It was cool, like dealing with Lane's topics and doing vocals for things that he wrote. And yeah, I think like Lane said with this project, the whole nature vibe you're asking about, kind of, yeah, it has that. That's why we had the gravestone in the front. It's a lot of questioning of the end or what's after life, or
Right.
whatever, in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah, and there's also one song on there that is the instrumental, Barren Harvest. So what would you say that is about, and what does it really emphasize in both of your perspectives, especially without lyrics to go along with it?
I think the
Lane, you wrote
title is kind of like saying you've put all this work into something and you've reaped nothing from it. I think the title itself is kind of ties into the record, just title alone. Sonically, I don't know. It's what do you say?
That was when it came together. Like, I think you had the lyrics already written without a title, and I had a title written, and we kind of matched them up. I think it just kind of fell into place that way, is how we kind of pulled the song together. I think that was going to be the band name for a while. And then
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh my God, trying to name this project was awful.
Yeah, we had this record done for probably a year trying to name this band, and yeah, we were both about to just throw it out as like some just random thing and be done with it. We're just so pissed off. Every time we thought we had the name, we'd be like, go to Metal Archives or something and be like, so.
That is an amazing website, I have to say. Like, it really is.
Not 100% accurate. I don't trust it if I'm really crafting a bio out of it, but it's a good reference. You know what I mean? It's definitely a very good collective place for information. So yeah, it's definitely a good reference point, but never write your bio 100% on it.
Right. Same with Wikipedia.
Yeah, same with Wikipedia, same with most sites. So
yeah, you also have another song called That Sinking Feeling, which I have to say that's my favorite track on there. It's so relatable. It really is. So how did the inspiration spark for that song, lyrically and musically?
That was another one I had a title for. We were just kind of like trading ideas. I know I had the title, but again, Lane wrote all the lyrics and did all the spoken word stuff.
I think the title came first.
Yeah.
Lyrically, it just ties back to the rest of the record. Just that sinking feeling you get when you get that random existential moment that happens every now and then where you're like, oh damn, like, is this all there is? And that just kind of runs throughout the record, not just in that song. Those lines just seem to make more sense to just speak them rather than try and sing them. Can't really explain why. It's just the way that song kind of floats, I guess. It made more, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of feels more like natural, like someone's just sitting there. Like, it doesn't have to be like you're screaming in an alley in some cinematic way, like, why is life this way? But it's like you're just sitting at your desk and it's like, you know, something goes wrong, something with your life goes wrong, something with work goes wrong, something with whatever. And it's like, have you ever had that sinking feeling? Used to be something people said, like, you know, when something really bad happened once in a while, but like when that shit's happening to you every day, it's like, yes, I have that sinking feeling 5 times an hour kind of thing. And it's like, that's kind of what the song feels like to me. It's like, have you ever had that sinking feeling? I'm having it now. I'm gonna have it by the time the song's over. I'm gonna have it for dinner. Like, you know, just that
Yeah.
perpetual, yeah, like bad luck feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, or like when you find out somebody died, like,
Yeah, exactly.
And then
Yeah.
before you can even like let it sink in, there's you know, a wildfire eats, you know, an island in Hawaii. And then before you can even, you know, whatever, then, you know, so and so politician does this. And it's like, you know, the world itself is so insane right now. Like, tune into what's going on, you get that sinking feeling. But, you know, most people aren't 100% happy. I mean, good for them if they are, but everybody has issues and whatever. It's, you know, life, you know, fucks everybody up, you know, at one point or another. And yeah, I don't know. It's you know, we a lot of this record came together during the pandemic too. We had started it before that, 2019 or so.
Yeah,
But
2019.
yeah, because we did the split in 2018, I guess. So, or no, that was
No,
2019
it
as
was also
well. And then we
2019.
immediately started right on this. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, this all came together when it was, you know, dark times for everybody too. Everybody's locked up at home. You're afraid to breathe the air. The shelves are bare. You're, you know, pissed off at people.
Right, right.
You know,
I
not
think that
wearing
kind
their
of,
mask with the radishes, and yeah, it was just, you know, like everybody. It was like everything was just like falling apart. It felt like, you know, it was that, you know, dark pandemic.
I think that that period of time really pushed me to think about some of this stuff. Because I mean, like, you're locked inside. You what else you gonna do for the whole year? Um, yeah, fun times.
Wasn't really easy to write a lot of happy sing along songs during the
And then
lock.
yeah, and the music doesn't even call for that. You know, if even when I listen to it now, I'm like, there's what else would I have been able to say? What would we be able to say over this? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
this music calls for these types of topics.
yeah, yeah. I don't really have much of a happy vibe in me musically, no matter what it is. But yeah, this record we never really set out. We're like, do you want to make like a really sad record? Okay, cool. It was just like, this is, you know, just where it went. Just
I
what it
think
is.
I
What
think it's
was right.
just part of our DNA at this point. You know, like I can be in a happy mood and I'll just grab the guitar and write the most ugliest riff imaginable and be like, yeah, that's fine. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hang out with my wife now. Yay. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I squeeze in all like pretty much any writing, recording, most of this stuff between, you know, a full work day, and making dinner or whatever somewhere in there, an hour or two here and there if I get it, you know. I just dug out a little space to sit, you know, because I've been on the run for a week. So I just dug out a place to come in here and hang out. I couldn't even record anything if I wanted to, right? Well, I have to plug in some things, but yeah, it's just trying to shove it in. And it's like, it's never like, I have Saturday, let me go sit at the park and like ponder lyrics that are really sad. It's like, no, you just come in here and you're just like, you know, put yourself through football practice for like an hour or something, you know, whether it's writing or, you know, recording. And yeah, just never relaxed.
Yeah. So how did how did you two come together to initially form Diminishing? Like, what was it that sparked you two to want to create this and create this sound that is so torturous?
Man, we've known each other what over a decade at this point.
Yeah,
I
more than that, I'm sure. You were freelancing, you were doing the American
yeah,
rap.
I used to do the whole music journalist thing. I wrote for a couple blogs and did all that. So I knew him through his work at Earsplit. When did you start Grid Failure? Was it 2016?
Yeah, and then you did that comp. You put together that Razors. That
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
maybe a year
So
later or something. I think I did that comp track with you with the site. Within the first year or two, I had grid failure even up.
yeah,
So,
and then at some point I started sending you stuff to use in Grid Failure, but I don't
yeah,
remember what release I first showed up on.
I don't remember what records. I mean, I think I put out I think there's like 36 Bandcamp titles since 2016 or some shit. So I don't even remember. But you're on like,
Yeah.
I don't know, a third of them maybe. Yeah,
Right. So yeah, we started doing that together, and 2019 I started a short-lived solo project called Feel Happiness. It was kind of a drone doom guitar bass thing. Uh, he mentioned it earlier. We put out a split together, Feel Happiness and Grid Failure, in the same year, 2019, and then we just got the idea to make a collaborative record with both those projects, which became diminishing. 2020 happened, and then I stopped doing Feel Happiness for this reason or that, and we were just left with all this material. I want to say 50 to 75% of it was done.
we had most of what we thought
Yeah,
the record was at that point done. And he was like, well, I don't know. I don't really feel like doing this project or for whatever reason anymore. Like, you want to just do it as a grid failure record? And I was like, that'll sound weird, man. Like, you wrote half this shit. Like, what are we talking about? Like, doesn't make sense, you know?
right. So we just kind of just molded over and just went back and forth with it until we just finally said, screw it, we'll just put it out under a different name.
Hey,
And
dude, you want to be in a band? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, that's basically how the project came to be.
Okay. And how about like the really torturous, just like drowning in despair sound?
I think that's just what we both gravitate toward, like I said, like this record was originally intended to be a collab between both those projects. So I feel like even though we took steps to give this album its own identity, at its core, I feel like it still kind of sounds like both of those together. So yeah, that just seems to be what our MO is with music together, is just to make, the most horrific sounding stuff possible. And we don't even think about it. We just do it. We don't think about
It
like,
was pretty
yeah,
organic how this one
yeah,
came together because it was that collaborative two band plan. But yeah, like you said, like once we decided that this was going to be its own thing, then we definitely started, I don't know, yeah, meeting in the middle more, or like trying to make collaborative decisions, and instead of just like each throwing stuff into the pot at that point. It was like when you're doing a collaboration, of course you're going to work with the other person's material or reflect to it or whatever, but you're also like, okay, you're also trying to make both parts of
yeah.
both
Trying to stitch
bands.
everything together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was the goal, was to, because I don't know, with the grid failure stuff, that most of what I do with that is all grueling, horrifying shit too. It's like, and it was hard to make this sound different once it was started as a collaboration. But that now that we have this, it's like sort of an identity. Now I'm pretty sure some of the newer stuff that we've conceived or have in skeletal form or whatever is taking different like different paths from the beginning, because now we have a
Yeah.
little bit of like a thumbprint or something that we can kind of shift in different ways. And it's definitely got its own vibe, at least for us personally. I think musically it's same thing like Lane just said. It's going to be for the 4 or 5 fans that both of our solo projects have. So
Right.
we have 8 fans, so that's cool.
I'm one of them.
All right, we have 9.
Yeah, well,
It's definitely not like 4 people. We're definitely not like trying to count our record sales or anything. We know it's not shit that 90% of people that even like heavy stuff want to listen to. So
No, we went into this like knowing that it was just not easy listening at all, and that it would be an uphill battle to kind of garner attention.
Yeah, Jenna, I texted you or I emailed you earlier to make sure that we were still on for the interview, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm listening to the record now," and I was like, "It's about 40 minutes till the interview. That's the length of the record." I hope she starts the interview and she's crying, like, "Why did you cut this?
No,
Why
that
did
was
you
like
do
the
this?"
that was like the fifth time I've listened to it, to be honest.
I was sick. I'm
I hate
sorry.
it
I hope
so
you're
much.
okay.
Click, interview over.
You know what's funny? Because of like a lot of the bands on Earsplit that I've been interviewing lately. So when I create my own stuff, like I'm noticing how much of it is rubbing off on me, like with the twisted and like atmospheric stuff. So I have to say thank you. Thank you and Liz for turning me on to all these amazing bands.
That's cool. That's, what we're here for. So it's it's great to see it get received. Like, that's the job. Is like the deliver this music to people and make a reaction and create media and share it on social media and people can move units and the whole process. So it's everybody feeds everybody. It's it's art. It's the music industry. It's just so it's how it gets out there. We can go and send it out, but if nobody picks it up and does anything with it, what good is that? It's giving away music. So, thanks for, always taking part in everything. Like, and especially this, it's always cool making content happen for, clients, but, then when it's your own thing, it's like, oh, wait a minute, I gotta think about things differently. Like, get up and move to a different chair and go, okay, I'm going to do something else. You're working in music all day with bands all day, and you step back and you're like, wait, not doing the PR thing. Oh, wait, it's my band. So yeah, you gotta be creative and remember your own shit. You're not like, looking back at the bio that you made the band rewrite 4 times because there was no information in it. It's like, oh wait, that's my fault. I have to know this stuff now.
Yeah. Well, those are all of my questions that I have. So thank you so much for doing this interview. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah,
And it's so
thank
cool
you.
to like talk to you like face to face. Like even though it's not in person, it's still cool.
Yeah. That's why the Zoom thing kind of sucks when you're trying to have a meeting with like 9 people and everybody's connections are dropping out, whatever. But if you're already going to be on the phone, at this point, for something like this, it's kind of, it's kind of natural now, the face-to-face thing. This is like the new, artificial face-to-face. So yeah, definitely fun. Like, like you said, we work together so much that, it's cool to meet people face-to-face and yeah, Lane and I don't do this enough either. So yeah, party on.
Yeah, unless
So yeah, thanks a lot for having us.
yeah, no problem. Do you want to say anything else about the unnamed or the unnameable? Oh my God.
It's on Anti-Corporate Music, on cassette. We have a ton of cassettes that everyone wants to tape. I got a shirt design. We haven't made them yet. I forgot about that. Lane, we should make those shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy Dan, who runs Anti-Corporate Music and he's in the band Phaeton. He helped us put it out on his label. He does stuff with like Cool Keith and Lost Dog Street Band and just Armageddon Time and just I don't know, so many great bands on that label. So we're glad to be hooked up with him. You can get it there at that site or our Bandcamp. We're working on new music. I don't know. Lane has like this 25-minute something improv program that we're, I guess, maybe doing something with next, or it might be an EP or. But you've been writing all kinds of stuff though. There's actually like I don't know.
There's like three potential songs, one of which is that 25-minute long jam.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
So,
yeah, I don't know where it goes from here. We don't know where it goes from here. So
yeah, there's no expectations. So it's more freedom that way.
yeah,
Yeah.
no. I might make another video for this record. We still have a lot of time until we have something else coming out. So I might make another video or two for this one, just to keep things rolling and, you know, sell 2 more tapes. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's, you know, this is our first video interview for it. So thanks for hooking that up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really appreciated.
Yeah, I'm happy to interview you both. And it's cool because like the album just sounded so just like I said, torturous. And I'm just like, it sounded like the soundtrack to a really, really demented indie horror film that is banned.
Oh, like a
Sick.
snuff
Yeah.
film.
I know, yeah.
No, that's excellent. Like I mean, you know, if you know anybody that's, you know, filming a movie, they want to use it, we're in. Yeah. Make something new. Fuck it. You know,
Yeah.
like you know, write a score. You know?
Yeah.
We do that for a living. Damn. You know.